Okay. Ooh, audio? Audio, yeah, audio. Hello. Is anyone here? I don't know yet. Hang on. Where's my thing? Make OBS smaller. So, apparently we have some viewers. So, say hi in chat if you're in. I'm being told I should increase my bitrate. I can probably do that. Maybe? Yeah. Let's try that. See if that gets any better. Okay. So, there were no questions. You didn't ask any. Nobody asked any questions. So, done. Let's go home. I'm already home. No, I'm instead going to show you what I've been working on while drinking my tea, which is very hot. So, I'm going to see if I can get OBS to actually show my desktop. Hang on. Let's add game capture. And let's capture specific window. That. And fit to screen. And move it underneath me. And nothing. Well, that's rubbish. Hang on, let's try something else. There we go. It's the one I use for my dev blogs. Have we still got audio? Yes, we still have audio. Good. So I'll make that go away. Hello Cooper, hello Juno. So, what have I been doing today? I have been implementing floor lines in the game. It sounds very fun. It's well, it looks like something at the moment. I'll just let this start up. This is literally kind of in the middle of my work day because I work nights. So, come on, start up. Always does this the first time you start the editor. Takes ages. So, the point of the floor lines is to make it easier to find things. There we go. That's better. I offer 90s candy. I want a wham bar, please. I'm just gonna take that, put that there, and oh, okay, fine. We'll take the content browser. We'll put it over there. We'll take the message log. We'll put it there. We'll take the content browser and put it back there. Now everything's on one screen and I can actually see the chat on the other screen. Hooray! Ooh, bit laggy. It's better now. Okay. So, I've got all enemy spawning turned off in this build at the moment. We can see things on the floor here. I'm gesturing to my screen as if you can see it in real life, but you can't. Please ignore this circle. This is a weird artifact of the way that the levels get generated. It shouldn't be there, although it is kind of cool at the moment. I kind of like the double ring thing. Like I want it to connect up there and there or something. Like weirdly off kilter. It'll make it more cyberpunky. So yeah, these lines have been added between the areas. So the idea is that there will be this outline here will actually connect up to this network here. Now I'm in two minds about how to represent this at the moment. I'm not sure if it should be big circles with lines connecting them, or if it should go along the hexagon grid, like these things do. I'm just going to blow one of them up. And they're done in completely different ways. That's loud. Okay, so yeah, if it should make one of these bigger eyes, I'm not sure how well this works when you make it bigger. Oh, I just completed the level, there was only one node. That's a bit weird. So the idea is that these will change colour depending upon what you control. So if you can, so when I took this whole area around here should change to blue, and this line down here would change to blue and would connect up to the exit here, thus allowing you to draw the conclusion of, oh well, these things are related. I'm going to go down a level. So, hello, you're not right. That happens sometimes, and I have no idea why. So the idea is you can follow the lines, find where the control nodes are, and draw conclusions from that. So that's what I've been doing today. I did this today, and it's just about in. The only problem is that at the moment this isn't compatible with all the floor deformation stuff that I did the other day, the other week even, which is slightly annoying. If I did this via decals, which are basically textures that project down onto the mesh that's underneath them, then it would work, but this is currently a mesh. So these blue lines, these are all procedurally generated meshes, and as such they will not go up and down when these purple hexagons, which make up the floor, would go up and down. So that's what I've been working on today. And view mode lit. The only thing I was trying to figure out at the moment during development was edit project settings. There you go. Let's put this over here. Globals. Camera, dynamic camera, raw text, damage text, here it is. It's how much to change this value by, so 3. I'll have to make a new level. 3 is pretty close. Just trying to get these ends lined up so that 2.5. It looks contiguous. It's not really doing it though. It's almost doing it. It depends where you are. Oh, it's definitely not doing it there though. Because before when it was set to 0, whoops, that was the wrong button. Then it does this. Kind of overlaps, kind of doesn't. It might just want to be like 1 to do that actually. It's such a small gap. Eh, 2. 2 is probably the closest. And I'm going to stop fiddling with it now. But yeah, just trying to figure out how to represent this information. So I'm now going to start up the Patreon branch and show off that floor deformation stuff. Let's just switch back to view. There we go. Boop. Because now you can't see my Steam and such. So this is the version that's in the current Patreon branch, which has got the floor deformation in, so I can show that, and it's also got all the different cameras in. So, is it going to start up today? Yes. Oh, music. Let's get rid of that. It's almost as if I'm sick of the music after listening to it for 4 years. So, yeah, this has got the floor deformation going on in it. So I don't know if it's going to show up well on stream or not. But you should be able to see it. So this is cool, but this isn't compatible with the floor line stuff. And has its own set of problems. And I'm like, this is very cool, but floor lines kind of seem important. So, ooh, leave me alone. I've got this, that was on the old camera, so the wall collision camera, which is much nicer now. My current dev build has it defaulting to that camera now. And that, I'm going to push those camera updates live pretty soon, actually. I'm thinking about doing it for the end of the month. So I might just push them out tomorrow in a small patch on the main branch. My chat's behind OBS again, hang on. That's right, hacking the government. Or they're actually hacking the corporations, because in this world the corporations control the government, because it's a cyberpunk world and governments don't do anything. Which, you know, hashtag not real life. So here's my favourite bit, the explosions. Oh, I'm rubbish. I'm rubbish at my game. Slash, I wasn't paying attention. So the big question at the moment is, the floor thing is cool. It's quite subtle. How do I get the floor thing to work with the lines? There's lots of different possible answers to that. All of them are a lot of work. A lot more work than the ones that I've already done. But I feel like the lines thing is more important for getting people to understand the gameplay mechanics. But again, the lines thing is only actually relevant in certain modes. In the modes that actually have structures in them, for example. The other thing I was considering is the same technology that lets me deform the floor. I could actually allow enemies to change the colour of the floor as they move over it, which is cool. And it doesn't seem to be having a big impact on performance unless there's a lot of them. So I'm umming and ahhing about that at the moment. Currently, in the maze menus, in the maze levels, dive is really difficult. Because there's so much extra space between all of the towers that you've got to navigate. Ooh. That one isn't lifting the floor up underneath it. That's a bit weird. Shouldn't be doing that. So this is my plan. It doesn't seem like a lot, but the floor textures thing's a big deal. And also I spent a week setting up the Patreon this month, so hopefully more progress next month. I'm planning on putting a couple of new enemies in, just for funsies, for the start of the next arcade season, which will be happening soon. The autumn season will be beginning, so I want to get some new enemies in. And I'll be trying to expand the dive mode into having these maze levels in it, so I'm going to rebalance dive just a little bit to make it possible to actually complete it. So all of those arcade updates will be going in. So current plans for the new enemies is a series of new blobs. So I'm going to get a couple of new blob types in, a couple of new colours. And if I can, a new version of the cell enemies. I've got several that I want to do, but I haven't decided which ones yet. Come on, come on, come on, come on. 8 seconds, come on. Yeah. Ooh. Let's get that. So that's, yeah, floor deformation, new levels, new maze levels, which I guess to people who've been in the Patreon since the start, that's kind of old news. But to people who are just in early access on Steam, I'm hoping this will be a big deal. So regardless of whether or not I can figure out how to get the floor lines to actually work and be useful, I'm going to be spending the next week working on the next season's update, essentially. Next season will probably start in October. Because I think I may have missed the start of September. Because that's only in a couple of days and I'm not ready for it. And I'd prefer to start a season at the start of a month. But there will definitely be the camera updates going live very soon. So for the time being I'm going to put the floor lines thing on the back burner, so that I can think about it. Along with the floor deformation thing, that's also going to go on the back burner. Ah! Well... meh. Yeah, there's still quite a lot to do. My to-do list is huge, still. I'm not 100% convinced I'll hit Q2 of 2020 with all the stuff that I want to do to get everything done. To be honest, getting the campaign mode done for then, it seems impossible. Thanks, Juno. You don't have to know what everything means. If you just want to blow stuff up, that's fine. There is a huge guide on all of the intricacies of the game on Steam that 5150, who's like the best player in the world, wrote. And yeah, sometimes it scares me how complicated my own game is, because a lot of this stuff is like held over from the first one, like all the scoring systems and such. And yeah, I'm just like, oh, my game is very complicated, isn't it? But only if you really want it to be. If you just want to blow stuff up, it's actually pretty simple. Pudding plays the game, and she's rubbish at this kind of game. She was the reason why I put difficulty levels in, because she played it when the difficulty was maxed out. My glasses steamed up. Yeah, she played it when the difficulty was accidentally maxed out before the last big patch I did, and was like, just so frustrated that I was like, I need to put some easy difficulty levels in. So I put one in, and she's like, yay, this is fun, I can play this now. So she's my test bed for easy difficulty. And I'm not sure many people are actually playing on hard, because it's just so hard. And you don't really get better scores because you tend to just die faster. Beat Hazard came out around the same time as Waves, actually. That was an interesting experience. There's a big lot of twin-stick shooters in 2011. I played a lot of Beat Hazard, but eventually the flashing lights kind of got to me. It was a bit too flashing for me. Oh. So I'm just going to play some arcade mode, I think, with some different loadouts. What have I got on this? I'm just gonna... Actually, have I got any coins? Monies. I've got 22 monies. Let's grind out some monies on this save, because I haven't done that yet. And do I have... Oh wait, my PlayStation controller's not plugged in. Hang on. I will return momentarily once I've recovered the PlayStation controller from the living room. Yay! Here's hoping it's working. It's been picked up. Yeah, there we go. Now I can sit back and I can play my game. Right. I'm going to grind out some monies because this save has nothing on it. Oh, hang on. Boop, controller. What have I got this bound to? Defense is on that. Secondaries. No, secondaries on left. I want to change that. There we go. On controller, I get used to having that as my burst attack, and it doesn't default to that. Yeah, there we go. Yeep. I need to move OBS again. Whoops, my mouse is locked to the screen. Bye OBS, there we go. There we go. So let's download some stuff so that we can unlock some things. Come on. Okay. There we go. Ooh, extra life. Yeah. Yeah, some of the triggers aren't raising the floor up when they should be. I'm pretty sure I had that working. Don't know why it's not doing it in this version. Angry Hornets. What level are we? 12, and I've missed a multiplier at some point then. Oh no, I haven't. No, there isn't one for... You're always one behind, that's right. Leave me alone. I just want your secrets. Ooh, that was a bit weird. Oh, I guess this isn't a shipping build. It's very hard to talk and play my game at the same time. Whoops. Oh, no, 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 no. Apart from just going, no, 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 constantly throughout the whole game, because that's pretty much what's going on in my head. Oh, I've lost my combo. Ow! So one of the things that I'm going to do for the next season is, I've been mentally referring to it as mutant spawns, which is where sometimes when the AI chooses what enemies to spawn, one of those enemies can mutate into a slightly different version of that enemy type. So it might be one that's got slightly more health than normal, is slightly faster, does more damage. And there's like a 1 in X chance of one of those spawning instead of a normal one. And I'm going to be using this mostly for spawning the blobs, because a lot of the blobs are going to have abilities such as they heal other nearby blobs or other nearby enemies. Whoops. So these guys. And an entire spawn of, say, green blobs, which are supposed to heal nearby enemies over time, would be kind of overpowered. But if there was just like 1 or 2 green blobs in amongst a spawn of the normal blue blobs, then it's not so bad. So I was planning on implementing mutants for the next season and giving all of the enemies a few mutant strains which would probably drop power-ups like temporary short-lived power-ups, or just, you know, health pickups, for example. But they would be very, very rare and require you to kill an abnormal enemy, which will probably be indicated by having a particle effect aura around them. But for the blobs, it's just going to be the primary means of spawning them. I've got my full build on now. No! I was underneath him. He nearly landed on me. That's my combo over. So that's what you can expect to see in the next season. Mutant enemies. And a few new blob types. And hopefully one new type of cell. Which kind of chases you. Like it'll be a cell that specifically tries to spawn its new cells closer to you. I wonder how the stream quality is doing. Typically, Twitch hates my game because of all the particle effects. Ow! Uh-oh. No, 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 no. How much have I downloaded? I'm up for the next level, at least. So I should be able to unlock something after this. Oop, yay. Leave me alone. Thanks for coming out, Juno. I appreciate all of the support. Go away. Oh, it never ends. Those blobs. Oh, a pain. This one is doing the lifty up thing. Ow. That's just what I get for not upgrading my burst. upgraded actually in this build. Yeah, the green jerks are really annoying, but hard counter to the green enemies is the spark. AI's figured out that I'm just not really good with loads of blobs and loads of followers. Yeah. I don't think I actually ever tried to spawn any of the green guys. I need to get that AI to experiment a little bit more before it really settles on what enemies to use. Go away. Problem with the spark though is it's actually quite hard to maintain your combo, because if there isn't anything within range to kill, then it can be very difficult to keep a combo going. Hashtag Tina Belcher noises. I keep driving into the path of that thing. Oh, I nearly made it to level 8. I got 183. So I've got the spark unlocked and grab the battering ram. What have I got? I've got the accelerator. I'm thinking I've got 183. I'm gonna get the overclock. Equip that. Now I've only got 83 left, so everything else is pretty much moved. Have I got rebound? I've got rebound. I love rebound. It's my favourite one. So up that. Get rebound leveled up as fast as possible. After spark, that is. Okay, and we're going full on attack mode. I'm going to do some regular old dive with this new build, which I have specifically designed for taking down those towers really, really fast. This one's going to be tough because there's 5 of them. Because I fixed it, and now dive mode's actually quite hard. Let's get... okay. Do. Go away. Need to get the next burst going, and... okay. Always remember to get these things. Do boop 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 boop. It is possible that the accelerator might have been more useful early on. Meh. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Oh. Okay. Whoop. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Oh, I just missed that one. That was a bit clutch. Good thing about Dive, you can actually pause between levels to talk to the chat and read it. See, that looks pretty cool there with the floor being raised up towards the guys. I don't know, what do you think? Since I put it in, I'm just like, oh, I really like it. Yeah. It's a tricky one. I need to find a way to get those floor lines to travel along, like the hexes, I think, and actually be embedded as part of the material into them. That way, when they change height, the floor lines still make sense. Whereas at the moment they won't. But it also means that circles in the big circular arenas won't be a thing. So, This is one of the old questions, isn't it? It's like, I've got a feature that can improve usability and I've got a feature that can make the game cooler, but they're both not compatible with each other. I mean, the floor being sunk normally, as it is in this build, wouldn't stop the floor lines from working. It would just mean that the floor lines would look like they're suspended in the air a little bit. Is that a bad thing? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Come on, give me something I can build a burst off of. I need to experiment with the decals thing and see if I can get that to work for the floor lines. I had reasons why I didn't want to use decals. And I think those reasons aren't as important as just having the floor lines at all. I think it's worth the sacrifice. So I'm gonna experiment tomorrow and see if I can get the floor lines to work with decals rather than a mesh. And if I can, oh no, I've got 2 uploads going at once. I'm gonna do the old relay thing. Ha! Uh-oh. Hey. Come on, different shape level, please. There we go. When I die from this, I'm going to go and try and actually maximum effort some dive mode in the maze levels. But if you get one that's got more than 4 nodes in it, generally speaking, it's kind of impossible with the amount of time that you've got. Now that's a gun. This is what I mean. The Spark is really good at taking care of like shards and the guys that dodge. Really, really bad at actually getting high scores though. I'm almost at maximum level. See how fast those go down now? I've got my almost maxed out. The next level it'll be maxed out. I've got a maxed out battering ram and a maxed out accelerator. No. Overclocker. And it just melts those towers. Mine. There we go, maximum build. Okay, I'm just going to let this build up so that I can get a combo. No, none of you. You are not welcome. Oh, come on. There we go. I'm looking forward to getting other structures into the dive mode as well. Probably going to start with spawners when I do that. Ah, there's so many of them. I feel like I'm not long for this world now. Oh, let them spawn. There we go. Leave me alone. There we go. It's really into spawning the bees at me in this run. The only thing that's keeping me alive at the moment is I've got a run of 2 node levels. It's not doing much for my score though. What's with this run of these random number generator creating runs? Actually, no, this isn't random number generator. Dive mode bases the next level on the current time. So it's just some kind of weird freakish coincidence. Okay. Something different at last. That was all a mistake. In theory, Cooper, longer run will mean more rooms with more towers. It's going to start off just being more towers. There is a long-term plan where after each level in Dive, you get presented with a choice, which will be essentially choosing which card or which kind of set of game rules is going to apply from then on. So, for example, you might be given a choice between enemies being faster or spawner structures occurring in the levels. And whichever one you choose, that's what you're going to have to put up with for the rest of that run. And after each level, you have to make a new decision about which thing is going to get added to the list. So sometimes you'll get a choice between there being an extra control node in the room. So it'll start off with just like there'll be 2 control nodes in each room, and then eventually these cards will come up where you choose, okay, well, I guess it's better if there's an extra control node than whatever the other choice I had is. But sometimes it might be a completely different kind of structure. It might be something completely weird, like the wall causing you damage, for example, so you can't touch the walls anymore. Or it might just be something really simple, like all the enemies have 50% more health, or they all do extra damage. Or it might make certain kinds of weapons less effective. Things like that. Yeah, pick your poison style. That's a great way of describing it. You'll also be able to change your loadout in between rooms. So on that same screen, after you choose whatever the next challenge is, you'll be able to see your current score, a bit like a mini game over screen where you'll have a bunch of stats, your current score, and there'll be a button where you can choose to edit your loadout, and you can change it based on essentially what you've already picked up during that run. So whatever you start the run with is unlocked, and then you can, as you download files during your run, you'll be unlocking more different items, and they'll be randomly chosen from the list of available items. And if you find something during dive mode, then it will be unlocked forever during arcade. So it will essentially replace the unlocks method in the game. And you'll also be able to collect reputation points and be able to spend those on unlocks in the arcade mode if you want. And I'm also going to be adding skins so that you can change the appearance of your wall, and that's going to be like the main thing that you'll be able to spend reputation on once you've unlocked all the items. You'll be able to unlock different skins for your little avatar. Most of this stuff I already have the capability to do, it's just it was always limited to the campaign mode. And now I want to migrate a lot of the stuff that I did for the campaign mode over to the arcade mode. So everyone gets the benefit of that. And also so I can figure out which bits of the campaign mode are actually fun and which bits were just grind. Because that was the biggest problem with it. So by experimenting inside of dive mode, it essentially lets me do all of the campaign content without having to worry about the campaign metagame, which was the most boring bit of the campaign that no one understood. So yeah, that's the plan. Pick your poison and it will get harder as it goes on. So I'm going to play the maze mode, which is not remotely balanced yet. So let's change it on to maze. I am going to use this loadout because I like it. And let's see what we can do. This doesn't seem right. No, it is. It is right. There's a very big starting room there. I do kind of miss the floor lines already. Oh, done already. Wow, I went the wrong way. Let me to the exit. I'm also not going to kill everything once you actually open the exit. So you'll have to fight your way to it. So just because you've opened the exit does not mean that the level is actually completed and that you can just relax. You'll still get attacked by stuff. Where's the... It's not down here. See, this is the instance where it's like, follow the floor lines in order to find the nodes that are actually in existence. There is a second one then. Here it is. Am I using... I don't know which camera am I using. What am I using? Oh, I was using wall collision. There we go. It was working so well that I thought it was just... perfect. Yeah, this is such a simpler camera than the old camera. I feel ashamed about that. There we go. Not up there. Not in here. I could cheat and just change my field of view so I can see everything at once. Also not down here. Okay, so the whole bottom right of the arena has nothing in it. Eventually when this algorithm lets it get bigger, there'll be the potential for chambers to dart off from these ones. But I don't want them to get too big because otherwise it starts getting really hard to navigate. It's also really hard to find your multipliers in these mazes, so I need to do something about that. Make sure they actually spawn near you. Because at the moment they could spawn anywhere in the map, and that probably won't be near you because these maps are pretty big. I haven't seen the green guys in this level, like, at all. I guess my wanted level's not been getting high enough. Ah! No, 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 no. Must be another one, but it's not down there. There it is. Ooh, a cube spawned somewhere. Too far away to do anything though. So yeah, a chamber up there would be good. So you've actually got reason to try and explore these rooms that have got obstacles in the middle. That's going the wrong way. Or was it? No, it must be down here. Yeah, here it is. My score is so low because I haven't been able to find any multipliers during this run. That was easy. Oh. My tea has gone cold. That's another one of them. I don't know why they happen. I think after this, I am going to call this an end to the stream as it is now. 11 o'clock, been streaming for about an hour. I will leave this stream accessible on YouTube to everyone that would like to watch it. Oh man. My smart bomb didn't even have enough strength to kill those mutants there. Ah! Yeah, I was considering adding something, just like some little arrows around the inside of the circle here around the player. That just point towards where the triggers are in the levels. Just as a kind of straight line dealy. Oh heck. I'm not going to make it, I've only got 5 seconds left. That's it. Ooh. Right, that's as good a place as I need to stop. That's my best score in the mazes. But yeah, trying to find those multipliers is a bit hard. I need to essentially treat each of the rooms like a little mini arena. So when you're in one room, any multipliers that spawn are pretty much guaranteed to spawn inside that room with you. And that shouldn't be that hard to actually get working. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff I need to do before I can roll the mazes out fully to early access. And I'm going to start focusing on that. Like I said, I've been experimenting with the floor lines thing, but I'm going to back burner that for a couple of weeks while I think about it. After experimenting with decals tomorrow. And we'll see how that works. So, thanks for coming out. Let's get rid of that. And transform. Fit screen. Hey, it's me. Look at that with my shirt on. Do you like my shirt? My Waves Notorious shirt. They're not available to buy because I haven't figured out how to make them not look rubbish yet. So, thanks for coming out. Next live stream will be the last Friday of next month. Hang on, I've got it in my calendar. Which is on the 27th. So that'll be the next Q&A live stream. I will announce that on Patreon tomorrow, start of September, probably. Where you'll be able to leave any questions that you might have, again, for the Q&A. Hopefully there'll be some questions next time. But I've given you a good overview of kind of where everything's going in the game and what I've got planned, and why it's taking so long, which is because there's just me. There's only me. And I have no money, and it takes a long time when you have no money. So, yeah. Cheers. And thanks for coming out.